welcome to Mind Your Business, the channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip.
So this week I felt like it was quite a light episode, but it was still jokes anyway. So let's get into it, people. Welcome to my creative crew. Let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, aka Love and Mugshots. So, I think this week was interesting. There's been a lot going on off and on the show. So off the show, I'm hearing rumours about Sunny. Well, I've seen an article saying that Sunny and Moses will be leaving the show. And after seeing this episode today and seeing her pop up to Mel's event, and we find out that Moses is currently in prison, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see why you decided to come to the show, because, you just have to be on there, sporting Moses on there in Destiny's face, but now he's obviously not there to sport, and it's not a good look. So I was like, oh, okay, I can see why you're leaving. But speaking of Sunny, I saw a clip of her live that she did on Instagram where she was talking about Arion and how Arion Curry apparently tried to ambush the set in 2022 and, turn up with a face full of makeup and got into it with Marsau. And apparently Marsau had some incriminating video evidence on her, and it just sounds quite messy. So I'm like, okay, Sunny with the tea. You need to spill some more of that tea. Anyway, I think it's interesting that she tried to ambush the show. I know that she probably wants to be on the show since the very start of it. But obviously we know Melody was definitely not having her on the show. So she didn't get to come on there. I don't think Carlos is down for her being on the show either. So she's going to have to go and stick to her YouTube channel over there, Arion. But anyway, back to the show itself. So I thought it was interesting when we saw Maurice and Mel sit down. I felt like they both made some really good points. Where he's talking about her disparaging his character and going from person to person. And she made me laugh when she was like, well, you did it yourself. And then he brought up the whole situation about her feeling embarrassed on TV and how she was introduced to the public. And I thought they both made good points. Like, I do feel like I've been saying in my reviews, I do feel like I like Mel, but I feel like what she's gone through, she is lashing out at everybody else. And like he said, hurt people do hurt people. I feel like some of what she's doing is she's displaying that she was her. And I agree with her. Like, she was introduced as a successful entrepreneur and mum, a loving wife who got cheated on. Let's face that fact. We all know that that's the biggest thing that we know her for. The whole infidelity that Martell did. That's what we really know her from. So I thought they both made good points, and I thought it was good that they both apologised to each other and were able to kind of move forward. So that was kind of good to see. I felt like she also got to make her point about, that, he knew the old Mel and she's the new Mel now. And, she keeps a distance because she doesn't really want to be around her ex's people. And I can get that, which makes it awkward for the show. But I understand where she's coming from with that. Now, the Marsau, Chris and Marquise link up made me laugh, because I'm just like, this guy Marquise, like I said before, I just feel like he gives wasteman vibes. Like, I just don't get it. He gives very unhinged, but also wasteman vibes, because, you're out here wanting everyone to feel sorry for yourself and playing victim. So I'm really glad that Marsau called him on his bullshit and was like, you need to admit that at the end of the day, you walked out in your family and you thought that she should be sitting there waiting for you. You could just come back. In your mind, like he said, you thought you was taking a break. So a break means you're going to come back and continue the relationship. So I was like, okay, Marsau talk the truth, because as much as Marsau has irritated me over the seasons, I will say this season he's took a lot of sense. I cannot even disagree with him on that. I was like, yes, tell the boy, because he don't make no damn sense. He needs to sort it out. And then when Chris is trying to give him advice, he's chatting about, he's got to go and meet the kids now and whatever. I just thought, look, you're doing too much. And him trying to move to Mel is also hilarious, because Marsau was definitely on fire this season. He was cracking me up with his little things he had to say, from putting, Marquise in his place to being at Mel's event later on, throwing shade about, isn't this like the Black Expo? Trying to say that Marquise was there chatting about he put it on Mel, that he kind of was trying to put it on Mel. Mel was all blushing. Mel was not having any of it. Mel was like, blushing? Blushing what? Like, I was like, no, this is hilarious. But those two in their banter do crack me up. I thought that Marsau fully enjoyed that event. When he walked in, he was all like, oh yeah, look, it's me. Like, you can see me. I was like, but wait, this man is really enjoying himself out here without Tisha, because Tisha was not there. I was like, this man's a hot mess. But it was funny to see him and Mel go back and forth. We all know that he loves Mel down to the ground. I don't care what anyone says. Like, he loves off Mel, and they have a little cute banter. Sometimes it comes across similarly. Like, sometimes it comes across as just like, two friends, like old school friends going back and forth. And other times I'm like, Marsau, do you secretly wish you had Mel? Like, what's going on? Now, Melody did make me laugh when you got Marsau shading her about, the expo, and she made him correct it and say, yes, Mel, the mimosas with Mel. Now, she did crack me up when when he was stirring the pot between her and Marquise. She made me laugh. When Melody was like, aren't you married? She was like, Marsau was like, yeah, he's married, but identifies as single. He's like, oh, like you. I was like, that. That line had me cracking up, because I was like, yeah, Mr. not want to wear your ring. Anyway, that made me laugh. Anyway, their little banter at her event was quite interesting, as was, we see Ken and Trisha and all the others that are there, like Kimmy and Marsau and Nell and Chris. And of course, Marquise, he'd been extra, coming over to their table where Trisha and Ken and Maurice and Kimmy were sitting, to come and say hello. But you could tell that Ken and Trisha were just not in it. The energy was awkward. Ken's chatting about, yeah, I'm over here trying to send money for his kids, and basically about to go off and about the guy and chatting about if he was younger, he would have basically beat his ass by now. I was like, oh, this is just awkward vibes. It gives very much awkward vibes. And like I've been saying, I feel like Marquise is quite unhinged. He's very emotional, but very unhinged to me. So I'm like, should he be on a show? Should he be on a show? Does he need to be on a show? It's interesting, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's very messy. I'm noticing that Carlos likes to bring these exes involved into the show. Like, is this a new pattern for him? Let's bring on everybody's ex. Well, apart from Martel so far. So, I just don't know. And then now later on, when we saw Nell and Mel get together and she went with her wedding dress shopping, I thought that was really cute. I thought it was a really cute moment where Nell got to be vulnerable and let Mel know how she felt about the whole mentoring comment and how she felt quite disregarded and devalued. So I thought it was really nice that Mel took time to listen and apologise, and they were able to kind of clear the air. So I thought that was really cute, because it was a sad moment for them in their relationship to me, because you could tell that Nell was very, very hurt. And I said in the video, I said in my recap that I feel like Melody was out of order, and why she might not see her as a mentor, she clearly saw her as a friend. The woman took time out of her life to spend time with her because she wanted to, as a friend, but acknowledged that shit. So I'm glad that she apologised. So that was cool. But anyway, like I said, I thought the episode was pretty light. Next week, it looks like it's going to be a bit more interesting, because you've got Kimmy, who's going to tell Mel about, Chris allegedly hooking up Martel, who, by the way, Chris is still trying to say no to his wife. But I'm like, something ain't right here, love. Something is not right. How Martel's throwing you in it, and you're now chatting about, yeah, no, it's a lie. But you was there chatting about, yeah, I did say the woman's name or whatever. It's like, no, make some sense out of this stuff. So we'll see Mel find that out, but we also see a clip of her sitting down with Chris to try and address him about it. So that'll be interesting. And of course, we see Marsau and Martel meet together, and we see a clip of Marsau saying how he is better than Martel in every aspect of his life. Ooh. No, I know that must have burned Martel, and I see why Martel has been going so hard, because that hit his backside no ass. It hit a blood clot nerve. So what can you do on that one? Side note, like I've said before, Marquise is unhinged. So, because to further add to my opinion of this, I saw on Twitter that apparently he posted up on his social media a picture of him with Mel and tried to come up with a little hashtag, like, a couple hashtag. What was it? Marker D or something ridiculous. And then the man has got some narrative on there about a story, chatting about AI. Google AI must know something. It's Mark Elodie's relationship seems to be going strong. In a heartfelt post, Melody shares how she and Marquis have overcome challenges and grown stronger through prayer and forgiveness. She expresses her gratitude for their relationship and the positive changes they've experienced. It's clear that their bond is rooted in mutual love, respect, and a deep connection. Like, what? This man is unhinged. Is he out here really trying to bag Melody like this? Like, this is not a good look. Anyway, of course, I went to check out social media to see what people are saying on there about the show. Here are some tweets that had me cracking up. Okay, so you've seen those and you've heard what I have to say. Now, what are you saying about the show? Let me know your thoughts below.
Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.